So, the modern advice for raising women is really to raise them like boys. Because they don't assume any kind of biological difference between the two. It ends up working against them, right? So raising women like boys and acting like boys and treating them like boys, half of them, well, they've never been more miserable. Half of them at 30 are childless and relationshipless, and that's getting worse and worse over time. So you really should consider kind of returning to fundamentals, obviously, working in alignment with biology. But also you want to pivot with the times to an extent, accommodate for it. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into the reasons and some guidelines on how to pivot back to kind of traditional ways of raising daughters, right? So generally with women, like she's really tied to the father and handed off, right? To the husband, and that's kind of how historical marriages worked, right? So, you know, they always use the father as the filter, and so use your father to choose your husband. That's a good principle to consider. But just think about it. Like 100 years ago, you would ask the father to write the daughter. You would ask the father to take the daughter's hand in marriage. You would hand off the daughter to the husband at the wedding kind of aisle, right? So that's the exchange, and it's a natural evolutionary exchange, right? So the the father or yeah the father is the masculine proxy until the husband can be the masculine proxy, right? For her own development, right? She needs an external source of rationality to develop her own internal rational source of rationality over her lifetime. And that's what societies have always known. You want to really advise them, you want to interrupt the counterculture or interrupt the culture of waiting till you're 30 to get married. It's ridiculous. Um, you get less and less options, and so you're less and less satisfied with the options that you get, and so you have to work more and more, and et cetera, et cetera. Like after 23, biologically, like there's a drop off in masculine attention. So from a basic genetic standpoint, and what people desire, what women want, a high status, stable man, the best chance to get that is before 23. And you're basically about to graduate college at that point. I would, as a female, that's a great strategy to lock down a high status male, not have a ton of damage as far as that goes, have a healthier relationship with your husband, a long-term committed relationship. Save yourself for marriage, right? Each body, and this is even like 2 to 3 bodies, even you see a large breakdown of satisfactory marriages. For virgin marriages, it's up to 80% success rate after 10 years. So 10 years they're still happy. So the female body and disposition is designed to bond with every man that enters them, right? Like it's a genetic, deeply rooted animal thing for you to bond with somebody you're having intercourse with. That's somebody you intend to have a child. You're telling nature you intend to have a child with them. You want to fuse with them, as your body. Um, the each partner that you have, it fractures your attention, and it makes it more and more to bond, difficult to bond with each person with a single person, and to develop that full circuit exchange. So 100% save yourself for marriage. Like, don't have intercourse before marriage. And that's what men want as well. And again, each body that you collect is reduces your capacity to bond and have a commitment, get a commitment from a high status male. Like, ideally, if you're looking for financial stability, 100%. You'll be bombarded with offers from 16, 15, even these ages onward. Um, do the hard thing if you want the stable result. Don't get fat. There's tons of overweight women, and it's a choice. Um, to let yourself go in that respect is sending a fundamental genetic signal. Like, men look for fit and friendly, right? Um, Men look for a healthy carrier to bring about our children, right? So if you know, uh, it's the equivalent of, like, women look for like high status man. So if you're not attracted to a homeless man, we're not attracted to women who are unhealthy and fat and make those kind of decisions. Just reinforcing the boundary in yourself is enough of a masculine trait to also connect with your man, right? So the discipline of staying in shape is enough of a channel of masculine for your own stability, for your own health, and your own temple, but also to connect with your man, right? So you do need some masculine integration in order to feel his presence and his leadership, and to enter into his frame and support his frame. On the largest level, you're giving creation, surrendering chaos, and that's what one of the many benefits that women get from men. Just as an energetic exchange, it does feel good to give your creation and have that seen, right? So your whole body is designed to create new life, and you can be in tune with life and beauty of nature. Along with life comes weeds, comes neurosis, comes fear. You don't get a tropical rainforest without poisonous snakes and poisonous plants and all kinds of problems. So that's the paradox of life. And, what you have to understand is, once you've entered into an honorable masculine frame, a mature masculine frame, you're also surrendering your chaos. You're allowing him to invade the fields, cut down the weeds, kill the predators, really. And that is the exchange. You pull him out, allow him to pull you out of hell, really. So that is 5 guidelines and dispositions. And the give, creation, surrender, chaos, that is an exchange of a father and a daughter as well. So as she gets older, she gets less attached to the mother, more attached to the father. And that's the transition process as the husband takes over of the surrendering of her chaos. So that's it. That's return to baseline. Obviously, again, this isn't a sales job for like the 1950s. Like, if women want to go work, take jobs in addition, like once the kids are a little older, work from home, whatever needs to be done. I mean, we all have to adapt. However, we can't forget about our bodies, our baselines, what's good for ourselves genetically. And this is a feminist perspective. This is a feminist statement. Like, modern feminism is very, very, leading to very bad outcomes for women as far as their well-being and society in general. So it's anti-feminine, really.